Let's talk about technology use in clinical research sites. I'm Dr. Jeff Kingsley, and welcome to another edition of Riding in Cars with Researchers. Technology in research is potentially of immense benefit. Research requires a ton of attention to detail, the crossing of every T, the dotting of every I. The regulatory burden of research is high, making sure that everything is up to date. Delegation of authority logs, let alone a physician's medical license, is up to date. And it becomes very easy to make mistakes in a regulatory binder when you're using paper. The use of technology, smart technology, would make that easier. Use of technology where the technology would tell you in advance, hey, the principal investigator's medical license is about to expire in 3 months. Make sure that she renews her license and re-upload it to the system. Technology where if you do renew your medical license and upload it to the system, it will upload to every single study that principal investigator or sub-investigator is involved in. So you end up making fewer mistakes. The same is true of e-source. Paper source documents, it's very easy to make a mistake on paper source documents. I can miswrite a blood pressure and maybe not notice it until after the patient has left, and it was way off. But in a good e-source product, it should warn me that the patient's blood pressure was too high or too low, which then prompts me to think about it. And the same is true of a lot of things. With a good e-source product, if I put that the patient is now taking a new blood pressure medicine, the product should be able to tie that new drug to a diagnosis. Does the patient have a past medical history of high blood pressure? Is there an adverse event of high blood pressure? And if not, it should be prompting me, I just said that the patient's on a blood pressure medicine and there's no rationale why. Smart technology can really enhance data integrity, the quality of the data that we have in clinical research. But there is a lot of technology out there that's frankly pretty dumb. And technology for the sake of technology is just a waste of time and money. We're researchers, and so as a career, we do research. We do trials where there are 3 or 4 or 6 arms. Is this dose better than that dose? Is this frequency of dosing better than that frequency of dosing? And as we gather data, we then start to fine tune. And we say, that dose wasn't as good. Let's stop doing that. Let's now focus more on the one that's working better. And yet in our businesses, we tend not to do that, which is funny and really not so funny. In business, we tend to add a piece of technology and never assess if it worked, if it changed outcomes, if it made things better. We simply add it, train people to use it, pay the monthly bill, and move forward. We should be doing the exact same thing. You demo a bunch of pieces of technology, you make your hypothesis on what is really going to enhance the quality of work coming out of your business, and you implement it, and then you test it. Plan, do, act, study. You test it and you find out, did it work, did it not work? If it didn't, cancel the contract. Stop. Move on to a different piece of technology, or wait, which is what I've had to do periodically, because I couldn't find a piece of technology that was on the market that served my needs at that moment in time. So I waited for somebody else to develop a piece of technology that actually met my needs, or you have to write the code yourself, hire people and develop your own tech that serves your needs. But technology will revolutionize research. It will enhance the quality coming out of clinical research sites. I would encourage you to be demoing products and looking in that vein Find technology that works for you and makes you better. Test it. Make sure that it actually made you better. If it didn't, well then stop, move on, do it again. Don't quit, but don't keep doing something that's not actually making an improvement. Study it, move forward. Just some thoughts for the day as I drive in. Thank you as always for riding along with me. Keep in touch, follow us on the different channels, and take care. I look forward to riding along with you again in the future. See ya.